Oh, snap, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, my God. Hype, 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 hype. I got myself a new co-caster. Did you actually play in the tournament?
I did, yeah.
You did? Did you get knocked out? Who knocked you out?
It was Flesh Wound, I believe his name is.
Yeah, it's a flesh wound. Well, I'm going to introduce you as the mighty Fred.
Sounds
Goes
good,
by
man.
Fred Gaming on Twitter, I believe.
Yeah, Fred Gaming Twitter, Fred Sauce on Twitch.
Fred Sauce on Twitch. Yeah. So definitely check him out. Protoss player from the area, I assume, because I saw you at Red Bull as well. Yeah. Yeah. Sweet.
Pretty local.
So we have a ZVP, by the way. I forget. Kawaii Mango versus MygraiN. So yeah, it would be. Kawaii Mango's been doing pretty damn good. He master player, I believe.
Isn't that right?
I don't know if he streams and all, but he comes through like the chat. I see him in Twitch chat like all the time.
Okay, sounds good.
So I'm like, hey, I'm rooting for you. He's like, he beat me in his EVZ, and I was like, kind of salty, but it was okay because he came into the Twitch chat and he's like, hey, GG, man. I'm like, get out of here, man. Get out. Leave me alone. Get out of here, yo. I don't want to talk to you right now because you cheesed me, man.
Yeah.
You got me, man.
I can't deal with that. I'd be like, no, GD. Talk about.
So yeah, we're gonna have a ZVP here. We saw MygraiN actually play against Freedom earlier. And he kind of said that he likes to play more of a conservative, chill-back style, reactionary, macro Protoss style.
Oh, okay.
So he hasn't been playing like as much, but recently he's starting to get back into it. Mango, he's like all about aggression, I think, you know. So I think we're going to see a pretty action-packed one. It might be like how much of a beating can MygraiN take and then like, you know, deal with it.
Yeah, that's usually how that matchup kind of goes.
Resident Protoss.
Yeah.
So, yeah, people have been struggling a bit as Protoss against Zerg lately. What gives you the most problem, though?
Roach Ravager seems to be kind of the biggest issue right now. It seems just hard to engage because of the, you know, Corrosive Vial makes it hard, you know, kind of zones you out. So,
indeed.
Other than that, not too many issues. So.
Okay. All right. Well, I know, like, recently they just had a patch that makes it so the photon overcharge is 50 energy.
Right.
And also the Adept doing a little bit less damage as well. Has that kind of affected you, at least even today in the tournament? Have you played a lot of Zergs?
Yeah, the photon overcharge, it just seems, not always necessarily useless, but it's definitely a lot less effective as it would be because you have, I mean, because it can just focus down the one or two pylons that you can do, and it's like, well, you know, there it goes. So
50 energy.
The Adepts, not so much. Like Adepts, I think you can still do a lot of damage with Adepts when you need to, but I guess in a ZVP matchup, unless you're kind of doing drops like or early game, it's not as big a deal, I guess. So.
Okay. Well, we'll see how it goes down. Freedom actually did some link drops and was testing the kind of resolve of MygraiN because he lost a pylon too, so he had to hold it with like one Adept in his probes, but he was able to do it.
Well,
so it doesn't look like Mango is a diamond player, but I think he has been master before.
Oh, okay.
I remember we were racing to get master, and I thought that he beat me, so yes, just suck it. No, just kidding. However, we're going to jump into the game here, ladies and gentlemen, in the south of Orbital Shipyard. It is going to be our Protoss player representing Storm Gaming, MygraiN. Oh, yeah.
In our north section, we have our orange Zerg, MangoKim.
MangoKim. So, I believe he is a local. He said, hey, see you there, Tempo. I didn't know if he came from another state or anything like that, but here he is, doing it up. The dream is real, and we'll see how he's able to deal with MygraiN, who's, I would say, a Masters Protoss player, very, very solid. Been out of the scene for a little bit. Like you said, isn't practicing as much, so yeah.
Yeah, I think he was at the last DC LAN over here, so he's, yeah, definitely local. I think he did pretty well last on, but I don't know what his end results were. But yeah, he's pretty good for sure.
Nice.
So we'll see how he plays out here against Mango.
Okay. Well, he is going to be going for that Nexus first. Something that he didn't do against Freedom. So I think he told me in his match, he goes, the only way that Freedom is going to be able to beat me is if he cheeses. Yes, I got food. Sure. All right, sorry.
What's up, Save, over here?
He said, thank you so much. That was Alba, by the way, another Protoss player from the area.
It doesn't look like Mango's going to go for a third hatchery next fight yet.
Yeah, he's going to just chill out for now. I think he said he was experimenting with Overlord drops too. So, I mean, going for that hatch gas pool can do it, but did he not get a gas, or is he just...
No, he just got gas.
Oh, he did get gas, yeah. Okay, cool. So he's going to be able to get some aggression out if he wants to, or maybe he's just playing a little bit safer, but As far as this goes for now, I would say that our Protoss player kind of got the better end with the Nexus first.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'd say like yeah. Usually, either 3-hatch gas or 3-hatch pool on this map, or yeah, it's a bit odd, but we'll see how it turns out.
I know a lot of Protoss saying that like Zerg can go for the 3-hatch before pool, and it's like nearly impossible to really punish it.
Yeah,
like especially on maps like what Prion.
Yeah, Prion Terrace is you know, not being completely biased, but it's pretty heavily Zerg favored. So
indeed, yeah.
you know, there's really no way to punish for the gold base. I mean, either one, you just take it. It's like whatever. So.
Well, we're looking at something different here. Dropping a Baneling that's still like, wow. I have no idea what he's planning to do here, but with that Photon Overcharge being a lot harder to utilize, I think this Baneling bust could actually do it because a lot of Protoss players have been skipping out on the sentries in the early game. Yeah,
well, it looks like its gateway placement is pretty interesting. So it looked, I can't tell if it's 100% blocked off, but I mean the gateway is going to take a lot of the heat from the Banelings if need be. But so it doesn't look like you'll be able to necessarily break that even with Banelings, but we'll see how it turns out or see what he decides to do here.
Oh yeah, that probe smartly going back, checking the third base. He sees the Lings also coming down, but Mango he went for the Evo chamber. So maybe he's going to drop Banelings instead, as maybe attack in the front, distracted, and then drop like a bunch of Banelings in the middle line, which would negate the Nexus first if he were able to get such a...
Ooh, yeah, looks like that's what he's going for.
Well, where are the Banelings is the question. What if he just like busted the front? That'd be weird.
No, yeah, it looks. I mean, I assume that Overlord was a drop Overlord, so it looks like he's going to try to drop from both sides. It looks like, so that'll be interesting. So it looks like he's going to try to distract in the front and then drop right into the middle line.
Yeah,
so that's going to be pretty sick.
And he's taking a third behind it too. So although he's not going to be there in the Roach Tech or anything like that, he's just going to go for the drops. And the fact that he saw the Lings coming, okay, he has to know like something's going on.
Oh yeah.
But does he know that it's going to be from two sides? Is the question.
That's going to be a bit rough.
Yep. One of those Banelings are going to get taken out. And, dude, this is going to be so dank. I mean, it depends. Do you go with the Overlord in, or do you drop the Overlord and then just run him in?
I think he's just going to drop it right on the top of the middle line. He's just going to, you know, try to distract him from one side and be like, oh, well, there goes my middle line. Where'd it go?
Yeah. So, but you can tell that it is. But you're going to drop it on the Adepts, actually.
Adepts, yeah.
Yo, Splash, making it rain. And he knows. Yeah, that's. Wait a minute.
Okay.
Don't fly it in. Don't fly it in.
Mango.
No. I don't think he's getting away. He's going to lose 4 Banelings for free. And I kind of think I wish he just like dropped them on the outskirts, like forced the probes from the natural to the main, and then just ran them in. That would have been sick.
And he at least should have dropped something there because he was a bit rough.
Yeah. I think he dropped the ball on that one.
Yeah, well, looks like MygraiN's doing a pretty decent defend here, all things considered. He doesn't really have too much anti-air at the moment, so even though the drops came in, he seemed to hold it okay, so.
Yeah, he did a really good job there. Like, that could have been a lot worse.
Oh, yeah.
And you can also tell, if you look at the Overlord, that it's a drop Overlord, because it gets, like, the little horn, or whatever, like the little...
It's like a little weird, like, extra bubbles or something like that.
Yeah, it looks different, man. So it's like, I can drop now, and it's like broadcasting it to like, yo guys, there might be some Banelings inside of me, so move away.
Yeah, that was a good thing on Blizzard to do that, to change that so you
can at least identify it. So, yeah. It would have been, yeah. So, well, looking like
scouting here.
Very, very conservative play out of MygraiN.
That looks like a Spire.
Oh, Nidus. It was a Nidus, I think.
Oh, Nidus, okay.
All right, so... Did he cancel it in time? That was the question. Like he'd have to cancel it before he clicked it. Like so, even if he saw something cancel, he'd be like, okay, that could have been anything.
Yeah, I think he just canceled it right in front of the Phoenix. It didn't look like he really could see what was going on there. So.
And it didn't look like it would be. It could be like a Hydra Den, or anything. So this Nidus Worm, I wonder if MygraiN will be ready for it. The Mothership Core only had to use 1 Photon Overcharge, and there are a lot of Phoenixes, which is actually probably bad for the amount of roaches that may be coming into his main or wherever it is that he goes. Because, I mean, if you look at the units tab, look, there's only 4 Adepts and 2 Sentries.
Yeah, I mean, he's going pretty heavy Phoenix here, so I mean, we'll see what he does with it to try to get some harass, but he's already got spores down, so he can't really get too much down there with that, but, you know, usually get like a few drones. He sees the Ravagers.
Oh, now he sees the
Nidus, yeah, so...
Oh, he's going to pick up the Ravagers.
There we go.
And you know what? I don't think he can get a Nidus on the other side because all of the Overlords have been cleaned up. So the Phoenix is kind of working in that way to clear the way. And now Mango trying desperately to get this going. And now MygraiN knows. He's like, okay, what's up?
Wow,
so efficient,
work
by the
on
way.
those Ravagers there, yeah.
Yeah, the units lost 50 to 1649. Like, MygraiN is playing this so efficiently, and I mean, the supply tells the story, right?
Wow, yeah, definitely. It's like I said, MygraiN's on 3 base too, so they're pretty even. Like in economy, looks like MygraiN definitely taking the lead there in supply. Looks like his depth wave is on the way, so I guess looks like he's going to try to go into depths, which interesting after the roaches are already
I would
out.
say that too, yeah.
But he's got one.
If you have enough of depths, man, you can do it. But the overseer gets taken out, so this is kind of just a really unfortunate situation here for Mango, who didn't get much damage done with the very uneconomical opener, and then tried to kind of switch it into like something cool with the Nidus, but it just completely got shut down.
Yeah, it seemed like he was trying to end the game as soon as possible. It doesn't look like MygraiN's have any of that right now.
He said, no, I ain't ready to end the game yet. I want to play.
Oh yeah, it's like I like kind of like the air he's going with MygraiN here, but it seems like he's going to go into charge now. So we'll see. He dropped a lot of stalkers, so
okay.
That's kind of weird how he's going like charge. Okay, here comes the Nidus.
Oh, it's gonna get taken out pretty quickly though. But you know, this would be a good opportunity to like attack the third, like use it to be a feign, and then just go in because the Mothership Core was out of position. But at this point in the game, the SimCity is really nice here for MygraiN, and he just has a ton of units. Like he has so much right now. The army values, just went up to 92 to the 53 of Mango, who's like struggling to get something done.
Even MygraiN's still ahead economy as well. He's got his 4th base. Looks like I'm not sure if it's up for yet, but he's ahead in the worker count for sure. So it's going to be a bit rough here for Mango. We'll see how things turn out from this point on. Yeah,
he's using a lot of his resources here in these Niduses, and like he's not teching up behind it. Like he's only going to go for the Roach Ravager. But MygraiN had enough of that. He said, "I am coming to you, bringing a party to your house because my parents kicked me out. It's time." And he's going to jump all on these units here. We'll have to see if the corrosive files are going to be good.
Nice force fields there.
Yeah, pretty nice.
Got a few Roach Ravagers there.
Yep. What's the unit count? What's the upgrades like? I don't even know, but if he gets hit by a lot of these corrosive files, he could be in trouble, but that is a lot of protons.
So I think he's good.
GG.
There we go, GG.
MygraiN. Gonna go and take game number 1, man. That was just like I said, the kind of stuff that he's gonna get thrown at. Like, what's gonna get thrown at him, and then how is he gonna defend it, and then just become ahead economically.
Yeah, MygraiN had like a lot of good defenses there. It seemed like he invested a lot in the Nidus and the Banelings, so it's like a lot of gas that he could use maybe for something else, like Hydras and Mutas, something like that, to get more aggression. But it's just everything will trying to get in here, there. It's just MygraiN's like not having it.
Nope.
Yep, nope.
I mean, Orbital Shipyard always a kind of difficult map to break anybody on, no matter what race you play or what you're playing against.
Yeah, I mean, it's there's a lot of ramps and things like that, but MygraiN he's just like every little thing.
The units lost, so too, like 50 to like what was it, like 3,000 something.
Right, and he's on top of his economy too. So I mean, sometimes like you can as Zerg, like you can just keep econing up. So it's like throw a bunch of units, whatever, it doesn't matter. But like MygraiN was like I said, he had in the unit or in the worker count, so he was just keep pushing. So
yeah, and that 50 was only the scouting probe that saw those first links coming from the Baneling.
Oh wow, yeah.
So that probe, man, he took one for the team, but sometimes you got it, and it saved him. Yeah, it went back actually. He was going home, and then he was like, something's fishy because you don't have a third, and he went back in to check for the third, and then he saw the links come out, and he's like, oh okay, that's when you clicks in your head like it's time to.
Well, there's something going on here.
Yep. So we are here at the cave. Really awesome LAN going on here, Storm Cup. I'm here with Fred Gaming. I forget what Fred Sauce at Twitch, and then Fred Gaming on Twitter. Okay. And I'm Tempo. Been casting today.
Everyone knows
Tempo. Putting in the work. Been having a lot of fun. I like DC. I mean, the area, Virginia, whatever.
It's a great area, for sure.
You guys have your DC LAN too. Is that yearly? Is that an annual thing?
I think there's every few months here or there. This is the first time at the cave here.
Yeah. So. All right, so we're about ready for the next match. I'm getting it in my headphones, everybody. This is the team Tempo Sauce.
That's how we do it. That's how we do it here in DC.
Indeed. So we're gonna go into game number 2. I don't know what the map is, but we'll find it out soon. But yeah, man, how have you been enjoying your time here so far, at least?
It's been fun. I played a little bit. New patch, a little rough, obviously, for a toss, but
true.
Other than that, getting used to it. It's actually nice to see a bit more Terrans playing. versus like what it's been used to. It's been like pretty heavy Zerg.
Zerg.
Yeah, so it's a little rough getting used to it because of the fact that there hasn't been as much Darren